Hello and welcome to Speaker News. The New South Wales COVID emergency has now reached the thousands, with the local health and hospital clinics in overdrive. Premier Gladys Berejiklian and government officials are urging Sydney-siders and the broader New South Wales community to stay home and get tested if experiencing any symptoms. Victorians are today on edge after the state recorded over 90 cases. A lockdown extension is looking likely, with hundreds of exposure sites in suburbs of concern. It comes as the AFL lock in Perth and Optus Stadium to be the alternative venue for the AFL Grand Final. We're taking a break, and on the way we head to the Think a Minute crew, and they're now going to talk about their New Year's resolutions.
Think a minute. Have you ever made a New Year's resolution to break a bad habit? You determined to finally make that needed change. But after just a few weeks, you're back to your same old habits. And you think to yourself, I know what I should have done, but I didn't do it. How many times have you felt that way? It's a struggle we all fight every day. The constant battle between what we know we should do and what we actually do. Between our conscience and how we really live. Why can't we simply do what we know we should? It's even what we really want to do in our heart. Our problem? We have a power shortage in our lives, a shortage of willpower. We're like this couple whom I know. The husband and wife both are marriage counselors, but they've now divorced each other. They've counseled hundreds of other married couples, yet they themselves cannot work out their own marriage problems. They know all there is to know about a good marriage relationship, but they can't do it themselves and follow their own advice. We all know that honesty is the right, best policy, yet corruption and dishonesty is everywhere. People know that loving and giving to others is the happiest, best way to live, yet we still are proud, competitive, jealous, and even hurt the people we want to love. Fathers and mothers know they should be spending more time with their children and being a better example for them to follow, yet they still don't do it. So is this just the way we humans are? Will we ever have the willpower to do what we know we should? You see, this is why Jesus Christ came, to connect us to the power of God, so we can finally have all the willpower we need to live up to our potential and live the way we know we should and were created to enjoy. Jesus came to forgive us so we could live in peace with a right relationship with our Maker. Knowledge isn't your problem. You know what you should do. It's power that you need. And Jesus has all the power you'll ever need for whatever you face. His empty grave shouts it loud and clear. He's got all the power, even over death. And His power is yours, if you'll ask Him, to forgive you and take control of every area of your life. Just think a minute. If you'd like to know more, write to us on the internet at thinkaminute.com and join us next time we stop and think a minute. Think a Minute is brought to you by the Assemblies of God.
A dedicated quarantine facility is being built in Queensland. Despite concerns from Canberra and the federal government, a regional centre will take the pressure off Brisbane city hotels and hospitals. The facility is being constructed just outside of Toowoomba, with the government approving the project. The music world is mourning the loss of legendary Rolling Stones drummer Charlie Watts. Our very own Natalie Anderson has this special tribute.
Charlie Robert Watts was an English musician who was hailed one of the best drummers of all time. Rolling Stones band described Charlie as the engine. Known as the Sensible Stone, originally a jazz musician, Charlie left his job as a graphic designer to play with the Stones in the early 1960s. He passed away at the age of 80. May his wonderful spirit and brilliant music live on forever and always. I'm Natalie Anderson for Speaker News.
What a legend. Well, popular children's group The Wiggles have made a generous video for a young girl suffering from coronavirus. 22-year-old Sarah, who also suffers from Down syndrome, got a personalised message from the group with some tips on wearing her oxygen mask. It also comes as the group introduces new characters to enhance gender and diversity, with not 4, but 8 new Wiggles. Well, there you go, quite a few hot potatoes as we head to the Skycam, and the beautiful city of churches in Adelaide is expecting a cloudy top of 18 degrees, and here in Melbourne we will reach, well, some sunshine, a top of 20 degrees as well. So there you go, that is the latest from the Speaker Newsroom for this Sunday evening. Thanks so much for your company. For now, from the team, it's good.